as well. Cool.
So good evening, everyone, and thank you for joining this call, which is about
what is your acoustical body?
And if you have any question, please feel free to ask, and or just.
Haha, we can hear Margarita for on the other side. Yeah, cool.
Cool. So please feel free to post the questions in the chat box, or you can, there is another tool to raise your hand and ask a question, or you just unmute yourself. So yeah, feel free to ask the questions. Yeah. Maybe you haven't heard about it, but you are an infinite being. And the nature of the infinite being is expansion. And with that, what would your life be like if this was an ever expanding life? If all areas of your life would expand, and each and every moment of your life was about expansion and creating something greater and creating beyond this reality. If each and every day was about creating beyond, and it's not a competition with others, but it's only a competition with yourself, with the infinite being that you are, that what can I create today? And what great and glorious adventures are waiting for me today? So if you were an infinite being, what would you do? And here comes, because you've heard this like a million times if you are in Access, like, of course, yeah, I'm an infinite being, but what the hell does it mean I'm an infinite being? And how I am an infinite being? And what is that actually on a daily basis? Because you can be an infinite being during a class and then you go home and nothing else happens, or, it just finished. And actually, what we are talking about, you as an infinite being, you have access to the space of infinite possibilities. So just again, you have access to the space of infinite possibilities. And what is that? That is the acoustical vibration. Like the acoustical vibration is all possibilities. Like, for example, the acoustical vibration of money is the infinite possibilities with money. Infinite possibilities of creating money, receiving money, generating money, finding money, giving money, spending money, earning money, creating different income streams. So most people are functioning from that idea that I can only choose or I can only create things for which I have the resources already. But actually, if that would be true, then nothing would have been ever created on Earth, because we always look for something greater, we always look for something more, and if something is not available, we create it and actualize it. So where did you buy into that first you need to know how you get there, and then you can start create it? Are you truly choosing to go beyond and start to instill new possibilities into this reality? Like, this reality means you have a reality and everyone else has their own reality. Like, you have your own reality about money, how much money you can create. And your neighbor has their own reality about how much money they can create. And what is relationship for them, what is the possibilities about their bodies for them, and all these things. And each of us has our own reality. But what if you can go beyond? Because this reality is really, really limited by other people's points of view, by the things we bought into, by all the lies we bought into. So it's really, really limited opposing to the infinite possibilities. So when we talk about you are an infinite being and you have access to the infinite possibilities, that means you can truly choose anything, even if you have no resources, even if you have no idea how it will show up or how can you make it happen. First, you need to choose it for that to show up. Without choosing, it will not show up ever. Okay, and everything that brings up, we destroy and uncreate. Right and wrong, good and bad, pod and poc, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. So the question is that in which many ways can you use the acoustical vibration, and what would it take to have total ease with using the acoustical vibration, and what would it take to function from the space of the infinite being that you truly be with total ease. And everything that doesn't allow it, will you destroy and uncreate? Right and wrong, good and bad, pod and poc, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. And everything that belongs to someone else, will you return back to the sender and to the source? Right and wrong, good and bad, pod and poc, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. So, so when we attended foundation classes and other classes in Access, there were like 1 or 2 sentences about acoustical vibration. And we also had this question like, what is this? What is the acoustical vibration? And then we were we started to have more and more questions. What is that? And asking for that to show up in our life. And also about, I was really interested about magic and what is a miraculous healing, how it happened that in the past, like you heard about saints or Jesus or other people who were able to create really miraculous healings, and how this all showed up. So we were in question, and then people started to come. They started to come like with all kinds of diseases and illnesses, and it's really funny. So the universe doesn't give you the answer, hey, this is what you have to do. But in this situation, it was giving examples of it. And it started to bring more and more information about this whole topic, what is a miraculous healing, and how and in which ways can you use the acoustical vibration. And really, so you can use it to change your body, you can use it for healing, you can use it for really communicating with the molecules. And part of it is engaging the elementals. This is really part of how you create a change on the physical molecular structure level. Like when we were holding your acoustical body class in Hungary, there was a lady who had in her upper leg, there was a knot in the muscle that she had for 15 years. And it
was pretty big, actually.
Yeah. And then during the class, like in front of everyone, it was like a big class with 40 people. And then, all right, let's play with this and with the elementals. And we invited the elementals and started to change it and reduced it. And she put her hands on it, like we were like 5 meters from her. And she was continuously sensing how that knot was disappearing, like going smaller until it disappears.
Yeah.
So what if you can have this capacity, not just at the class, but in your daily life?
And what if this is not magic? What is it's natural? Because it can be part of your life.
Because really, magic is, like, you call something magic because for you can't see how you can create it or how it's part of life. You just can't receive it. It's not part of your reality. But for those people who are doing such thing, for them it's part of their reality. So are you choosing to expand your reality to the level where now you call those things as magic, but it's starts to be really general part of your everyday life. And before you would say that, okay, of course you can do this because you are the one who created this class. When we were in Russia, there was another amazing thing, because we really would like to see that the people can do it themselves. And so one of the example at the
sorry, we have Russian people in the call, that's why, you know.
So the funny thing was that so before we created this class, like there was a situation, like in one morning I wanted to drink coffee and I was quite lazy, and opened the fridge and there was a bottle of milk, but that milk was sour because it expired. And then
what can do a lazy man you know, with the sour milk?
And then and I realized I have so many points of view about milk that it goes sour. and I had sort of like an awareness that I create my reality with my points of view. And really, what else is possible? So I was holding in my hands this bottle of milk and started to clear my points of view. And then, and actually each thing has its own acoustical vibration. So what is the acoustical vibration of the milk that is not sour, that is perfect? And so I was sort of downloading or asking for the acoustical vibration of the good milk, and adding that, or allowing the milk to transform itself. And then a few minutes later, I checked, tasted it, and it was good again. Oh, cool. Now I can drink my coffee. And then I started to play with this coffee thing, with the milk. And every 3-4 days, the same bottle of milk, it went sour again. So I had to play the same scenario. It was quite funny. And after 2 weeks playing with this milk, I realized that, I have a point of view that this milk has to be kept in the fridge. But actually, what if it doesn't have to be in the fridge? So what I did, I just left it on the kitchen bench. Okay, like, why do we need to put it into the fridge? So it's not about how you can save energy at home, but it's a fun thing. So for the next 2 weeks, it was, I was doing this sort of clearing, or this whole process in each of the 3-4 days, and it always turned back to good milk. And then I had another idea. Maybe I need to see how it works if I don't do this. So I bought another bottle of milk and just placed it, like the same type of and quality of milk, placed on the kitchen bench, and it just turned into this horrible something with red, green, and blue spots everywhere inside the bottle. So nature and our points of view still working. Mm-hmm. It's part of our life, and you can have two different realities next to each other. You are the one driving, or you are the one choosing the reality. So what's the reality you are choosing? What's the reality you are creating? If you are really the creator of your life, and actually are you choosing to be the creator of your life, then what else is possible? What else is really possible? And are you willing to be the infinite being that you truly be? So actually, when we were at this class in Russia, on the last day after the class, someone brought some milk that was put into the window pane for the 2.5 days of the class.
And it was so hot, actually.
So it was like 35 degrees all day long. So it was,
the milk was really disgusting.
It was like, I wouldn't drink that. So anyway, they poured that milk, or whatever left from that milk after expired, into small plastic cups. Like everyone had like 1 deciliter or half deciliter of it. And then we did this process together during the class. And then everyone was tasting their own milk. And it was quite interesting because, they started to taste each other's milk. What's going on? And it turned out that they didn't believe that everyone was able to do it. So they tasted each other's milk, and everyone had the good milk. It tasted good and sweet.
So it's not magic.
So it's not something that only we can do, but anyone can do. But are you choosing to be that magical being that you truly be? This is the big question. Are you choosing to have this magic as general part of your life? And in which other areas can you choose this? And are you willing to choose this? Are you willing to have more of this in your life? And everything that brings up and everywhere you bought into, it's too early for Earth, for beings on Earth to have this information again, because this is not the first time. But everywhere you bought into, this is early and we are not ready for this yet. Will you destroy and uncreate and return back to the sender? Right and wrong, good and bad, put and poke, and shorts, boys and beyonds.
And what else is really possible beyond this reality? Really, what can you create?
And are you choosing to go beyond this reality? Are you choosing to have a reality and create a reality that really works for you? Because the thing is, we try to create a reality that everyone will like. And the thing is, like, at the end of the day, we don't really create a new reality, but we maintain the points of view of other people. So we buy into what other people say about life and world, and we try to maintain it and recreate it.
And after we are surprised it's not working. Yes, of course it's not working, because this is not your reality. This is not your points of view. You just bought into. But what if you start to create your own? You will be surprised because it will work for you.
Like, you are aware of something greater possible with relationships. So instead of listening to other people's points of view about how you should choose your partner, how a relationship should show, like how your relationship with your parents, with your siblings, with your friends, with your partners, with your children should be like, or how you should be in a relationship and what is a relationship is about. And what if you would start to listen to your own awareness about what else is possible about relationships?
How many times did you hear, oh, after a certain years, the relationship starts to be cold and you have the distance, no, not so much sex.
You can sleep in another room.
What if it's not? What did you buy into regarding this? Whose reality is that? Maybe your parents did this, or your grandparents, or the neighbor, but do you have to follow this?
And everything that brings up, we destroy and uncreate for all eternity and return back to the sender. So right, everywhere where you follow someone else's points of view, lies, and realities, will you destroy and uncreate all of that and return back to the sender?
Right and wrong, good and bad, put and poke, and shorts, boys and beyonds. What lies, whose lies, and how many lies did you buy into how to live your life? And everything that brings up, would you destroy and uncreate all of that? Right and wrong, good and bad, put and poke, and shorts, boys and beyonds. What else is really possible beyond this reality? Really?
So actually, if there was a totally different reality with relationships, or if there was a totally different reality about your body, if there was a totally different reality regarding money, are you willing to choose that and actualize it?
No matter what.
Because you have an awareness of a greater possibility, but because of other people's lies and limitations and points of view, we always give it up. And what if there are the tools to follow, and not just to follow your awareness, but to actualize it?
And create that life you really desire. You always desire that life. What if you can do it right now? What do you choose?
Really, like, being an infinite being is not about, oh, tomorrow I go out and I will save the world. Yes, you will save the world by choosing to instill a reality beyond this reality, by instilling capacities that are not generally present in this reality. And that is one thing when you have a working relationship that's not just working for you, but it's amazing. So people say, fuck, how do you do this? And then they start to choose more because you are an invitation for something greater.
Because they can see, wow, this is possible as well.
Because people are not choosing, at many levels, they are not choosing because they can't see it's possible. So in this case, are you willing to be an invitation for the people, allowing them and inviting them for something greater? And it's up to them how they wish to be part of it and how far they choose it or how far they part of this creation. But are you willing to be an invitation? Imagine that if you were an invitation in all areas of your life 24/7, what level of change you can create in the world. How many people would create greater possibilities with money, with their relationship, with their bodies? How many healers, magical healers or miraculous healers would be in this world? What would happen with illnesses and diseases if people were using this 24/7, if this was general, if this was part of their life? And are you willing to be part of it? Are you willing to be the tuning fork of possibilities, or being the lighthouse for the people, inviting them to something greater?
Yeah, the virus of consciousness. Are you willing to be that? And everything that doesn't allow that, to make it happen with total ease, joy, and fun, would you destroy and uncreate all of that? Right and wrong, good and bad, pod and poc, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. Do you have any questions?
Yes, Lavinia has a question.
Okay.
Cool.
I'll read in Slovenian first and then I'll translate it, okay?
Okay, please.
Jaz bi imela vprašanje, kako se akustično vibracijo uporablja na vseh segmentih, se jo dodaja ali praktično uporablja pri vprašanjih o spremembi nečesa, kreaciji, finančne situacije, službe, telesa, zdravljenja. Hvala, hvala. So the question is if you can use acoustical vibration on different segments and for different creations, like for financial situations and work and bodies and healing.
Yes, you can. Yeah. That's the question. Yes, you can.
So what we just mentioned is just only 2 examples, but
we have lots of examples.
So one thing about the acoustical vibration, and one of its specialties, that it is it provides the information for the molecules, for the physical reality, how the physical reality should structure. And this is why you can use it to change the physical reality. So for example, to turn the sour milk into good milk, because there is a vibration, there is a different structure for the good milk. But also for things that doesn't really have like a physical body,
like say money or like relationship money. Or business.
So there are infinite possibilities about money, how you create money, how you generate money, even finding money, even receiving donations or gifts or things that has value, and how you generate it and how you actualize it. There are infinite possibilities. And the acoustical vibration of money gives you that information, gives you that toolbox, gives you everything about that. So for example, there is an acoustical vibration of a multi-million-dollar business. You don't have to learn it in a school, how you generate, how you create, how you run a multi-million-dollar business.
You can download it. But yes. If it's that simple,
So are you willing to be part of it? Are you willing to generate a life? Like, are you willing to change each and every areas of your life and really function from the space of infinite possibilities? Like, acoustical vibration doesn't offer you less than the space of infinite possibilities. And it's up to you how far you are willing to go.
Are you willing to sit on it and
like a rocket, space rocket?
Yeah.
Like, there are people who use this information to change their relationship. There are people who use this information to change their business, to sell products at much higher prices to much more people.
Yeah.
To create a greater success in their business with just using the acoustical vibration. There are people who are using it, of course, for healing their body, losing weight, changing their body, or their eyesight, or
any kind of things. Really, you can use it for everything.
You can use it from any distance, because it's not about that. You are an infinite being, and are you willing to be the infinite being that you truly be? And personally, this is the thing. Like, if you know, there is a story about the golden planet, that we are from the golden planet. And on the golden planet, we had this capacity of changing the physical reality and actualizing everything, bringing it into physical, like creating and actualizing things on physical level immediately. And what if this was the missing thing since we left the golden planet? That, wow, you have the tools and you can be it, you can do it. So what are you waiting for? What are you waiting for to create the life on Earth and on all levels, the life that you were looking for, the life that you say that it's only possible in your dreams? But what if there is an awareness in your dreams that you judge as impossible, or it's just a dream? So are you willing to create your life and even going beyond those dreams? And what else is really possible here? Thank you so much for the question.
Do you have any other questions?
Can I ask something, please? Anna here.
Yes.
Hi.
Hello. Yes.
Sophia. She can't sleep. This energy is. She can't sleep because of this energy.
I know. Yeah.
So I just wanted to ask you, like, is this acoustical wavelength, and like, is this maybe one of the capacities of X-Men? What do you get? Like, is that?
Actually, I'm not very familiar. What do we call as X-Men in that sense? And
okay, but okay. So because for me,
it is the capacity of the infinite being.
Okay.
It's everyone's capacity.
Okay. So what's your experience? Like, do you get like kids on your classes? Is that something that they know how to use and they use it?
Yes, we have lots of kids actually in the classes, and kids are welcome to come. They can join as a practitioner. You know, they can, usually they are doing the body process as well, because this class has body processes, and they really love it and enjoy it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Kids get the energies, you know, they are much more aware of the energies than us, and yeah, they just like it. They love it.
Yeah, it was really great fun.
And the first class we had in China, there was a little boy, I think 3 years old or something like that.
And
he was very active during the whole class. And when we started to talk about and doing the exercise, the acoustical vibration, there was an instrument in the room,
some musical instrument,
and he started to play on it. And it was just so amazing harmony, you know, and the people in the class, oh, stop it, it's noisy. No. What does this little boy know? Following the energy.
It was so harmonious, the music that he was playing. You know, he's not a musician, like the mother is not a musician.
He just started to play, you know.
Yeah.
Following the energy. So, kids are such a great contribution to the class. Yeah. They are welcome. All age.
What do they know that we are not willing to listen to or receive because of all our points of view about children or kids?
Yeah.
And actually, everywhere where you made yourself wrong for being a child, and everywhere you were told that you are childish and now grow up.
You have to be serious. You have to grow up.
And you have to give up your dreams and everything of that. You destroy and uncreate and return back to the sender.
Right and wrong, good and bad, good and poco, and short boys and beyonds. Yeah.
Cool. Thank you for the question. Yeah, so as you mentioned that with anyone can work with the acoustical vibration, because this is the class is about, and are you willing to be the infinite being that you truly be? Because that's another thing that people ask many times, like, okay, I'm an infinite being, but my life is a piece of shit. Why is that? The question is, like, are you functioning from the energy, space, and consciousness of the infinite being you are? Because when you are not functioning from that, then what do you create? And then you make yourself wrong for that. That my life is shit, but I'm an infinite being. So either it's a lie, so I'm not an infinite being, or that's bullshit, or I just make it wrong. Like, you don't know how to do it. But there is no wrongness. It just, what is the energy, space, and consciousness you are functioning from? Are you choosing to function from the space of the infinite being that you truly be? Instead of, okay, I'm a child, I'm functioning as a child. Or I'm a wife, so I'm functioning as a wife. This is the space they gave me. This is the label. This is the title they gave me.
That's who I am. I'm a mom. I'm a wife. That's it.
Or I'm an office worker. I'm an accountant. I'm an engineer. I'm this and that. What is the space you are functioning from? Yes, you can have a profession. You can have a family. It's not about that. It's not about that you have like legal like entitlements. It's rather about the space that you are functioning from 24/7. Are you willing to be infinite being? An infinite being with your parents, an infinite being with your children, an infinite being at work, an infinite being when you handle and manage money, or an infinite being with the internet or with your laptop. In each and every second when you do something, because you do something all the time, even when you sleep, you do something. Are you willing to be the infinite being 24/7, non-stop? And what is the life you create when you function from the space of the infinite being you are? Cool.
Hey guys, I have a question.
Yes.
Please.
I'll say it in Slovenian again first.
Okay.
Zdaj imam jaz eno vprašanje za njiju in sicer me zanima, koliko različnih procesov sploh obstaja na tem njunem tečaju, če je kaj podobno tečaju telesnih procesov, kjer jih je približno 50-60 oziroma kako to sploh izgleda. Okay, so what I was wondering is how many processes do we learn on our class? Is it like 3-day body class when we learn like 50-60 different processes, or is there only one process and we work with this one all the time?
Yeah, it's
Thank you for the question.
Yeah, thank you. It's a different structure than the 3-day body class. We have 3 body processes. On Saturday,
and this is 2.5 days.
2.5 days class.
So it's a Friday evening.
Friday evening, Saturday and Sunday whole day. And on Saturday, we learn 2 body processes. We do swap. So this is a special body process.
That's only available in this class. So it's not taught at the body classes or other classes.
And 1 person is on the table and 2 people are working on this person. And yeah.
And yeah. So of course this is a swap. But during the class also we work with and we learn and we also practice how to work with the acoustical vibration. And I would say it's lots of clearings and live facilitation as well. And on the last day, on Sunday, there is the miraculous healing process, where we practice it as well. Like there is a swap, and also we demonstrate it in front of everyone how you do it or what is that. But of course, it's not about the how you do it, but it's about having all the tools that we share during this 2.5-day class and really allow yourself to start to function from the space of the infinite being that you are, and allow really these tools to use on a daily basis and start to live a life of an infinite being.
Yeah, there are lots of topics. There is a manual as well, actually.
Yep.
And lots of topics. We do lots of exercises as well. We are talking about and doing exercise, how to be a contribution. What is contribution at all? And how to be the contribution.
Because yes, there is this element of the class of being something more than just one person. Like we have this point of view many times that, oh, I'm alone, I cannot change the world, I'm nothing, and I have to wait until many people will join and then together we can create something greater. Yes, that's true. You can create something greater, but you don't have to wait for many people to join. You alone yourself, when you are willing to be the contribution that you are, you alone yourself, you can create an amazing change. Like there is this example, like when we were holding this class in China, and during the facilitation, it came up, there was someone who had suffered from sexual abuse when she was a child. And then the information came to send contribution to all the people involved, like all the people who suffering from that at this very moment or ever suffered from that as a child. And also to send contribution to those people who are abusive, who are doing this, who are the perpetrators.
Because
which is not logical, but this was the information that came at that time. And then we were sending contribution to all of them. And 2 days later, we received a text message from the people attending the class that imagine what happened, that it came out to the news, it gone viral, that there was a kindergarten where the teachers were abusing children
for years,
for many years,
and now it became visible, and it became so big news they couldn't put under the carpet, there is in China, because usually you can't hear anything,
this censorship,
like this. But this news was so big, and the people became aware of that, and they could prepare themselves, or
so it become known to everyone in the country, and to the government, to the police, to law agencies, to everyone. And also the amazing part of it was it went into the media in such a level that 1 year later we were holding a class in Taiwan, an acoustical body class, and the people in Taiwan, they remembered this story about the child care or this kindergarten abuse, because even it went into their country, so they saw it in the news, and it was a remarkable
So really, what change can you create in your life and or in the whole world? Because you know, contribution is always a two-way thing. It's not just for you.
So are you willing to be a contribution? So when we talk about contribution, it's not just, okay, yeah, I send you good wishes and then bye.
Not like that. Yeah, so we will have more exercises and we will talk about this during the class. Also, how to be present in your life. Because how much are you present in your life in a daily level?
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people are coming with questions like how you deal with entities and these things. And when you are not present in your life, then entities take over your life. And really, there is the other thing when you work with the acoustical vibration, it's something what's required is being present. And yeah, of course, we will talk about the elementals, because it's a really major part of this class, working with the elementals, because they are part of this whole thing about how you use it, how you work with them, how you engage them to create a different physical reality.
Yeah, so actually being present in your life, the greatest exercise, go horse riding. If you are not present, you fell off. Really, you really have to be present. So what would it take to be that level of presence in your life every day, each and every moment? And everything that brings up or doesn't allow that to make it happen, would you destroy and uncreate all of that? Right and wrong, good and bad, pod and poc, online, shorts, boys and beyonds. Yeah. So this is a little bit different than the 3-day body class. We have lots of topics and lots of exercises during this class. Yeah.
What else is possible?
What else is possible? And actually the class is growing all the time, and the new processes, new exercises is coming.
I kaže Čila da...
Oops. So, do you have a question?
Okay.
Yes.
Yes, I have a question actually.
Yes.
And maybe to mention to people, because I already have that class and I'm very grateful. And maybe to mention to people that we have also, or is it a secret that we have also indefinite living also on this class?
Yeah. Yeah.
As a topic.
Yes.
Maybe just a little bit about it.
Yeah.
Yes. So.
Okay, just let me.
Okay, she's translating. Yeah. Okay, cool.
So one of the elements of this class is about indefinite living, which is about the body. It has the capacity to live as long as you choose. So you can live in your body as long as you choose, not as long as your genes or your you know, the general thing is that like you can live like 80 years or 70 years.
That's the general life, and if you are living in 90, you are so lucky. Yeah, so.
But what if the body has the capacity to stay alive, to live as long as you choose? But actually, what do you choose? What is the thing, what is the information, or what are the lies that are making you choose to kill the body? Because it's not about you must live for all eternity. It's about you have choice here.
You can choose.
Like, what is the life that you would create if you could live 800 years? Like, how many things you are not creating just because you follow this thing of,
oh, it's too late now. I'm 60. I just can't start new things. Yeah. I have maximum 20 years, 10 years. It depends. I don't know. I can't change. I can't choose. It's too late. So every time when you bought into it's too late to start your life or anything, would you destroy and uncreate and return back to the sender?
Right and wrong, good and bad, pot and poke, online, shorts, boys and beyonds.
What is too late and for who? What is your reality? What do you choose? Yeah, so there is a big topic in this class as well, the indefinite living, and we will do exercise as well.
So it has exercises, lots of clearings. And so actually we start a communication with the body and start to access that space with all the information about really what else is possible beyond this reality with the body. What else is possible if you are choosing to really see your body as a contribution? Because yeah, body is not a limitation, it's a contribution.
What if you can start to work together with your body?
It's a huge gift. Are you willing to have this gift? And everything that brings up, you destroy and uncreate.
Right and wrong, good and bad, pot and poke, online, shorts, boys and beyonds. What else is really possible now? Yeah. Cool. Is there another question?
It's not a question, but in my mind is, will you open the room or the space for more receiving? Because there is so much beautiful things around us and so much power and energy. But if we are not willing or blocking the receiving, because the infinite being is knowing, be, receive, and perceive. I think these are the four things. And if we block some of it, it couldn't work. And my thing is also, how can I receive more and more? This is a thing it's maybe for many people important, because the things stand right before you, but you can receive it. And my awareness is that this class will open this space that I can receive more, and it's easier and so on. Maybe you can say something about this.
Yeah, thank you. Yes, actually receiving and also there will be exercises about what is receiving and how does it work, like
truly receiving. Yeah,
what is receiving, and what is the amazing gift that just this exercise can be of receiving. And actually that is really part of the miraculous healing, which is a fun thing. So yeah, thanks for the question. Yeah, so during the class we go much deeper in basic things like about what is receiving and what is communicating with the molecules and with the whole world around you, with everything. Because you as an infinite being, you have access to all information. And are you choosing that? Yeah, so there are the tools in the class about receiving and communicating and having access to the information. Like a lot of what is the life that you would create if you would have all the information required? If you would have access to the information required to create the life that you desire, would you stop yourself or would you give up? Because like what we do, like, oh, I don't know how to do it, and then you stop. Or I don't know when this will happen, so I stop. Or I don't know this, I don't know that. And at the end, you always stop because the lack of information. But as an infinite being, you have access to all information beyond time and space. Yeah, so that's another cool part of the class, receiving and having these tools to have access. and really what else is possible. So that's when people attend this class, their life is totally different after that, because they just start to see that, oh my God, here are these tools and I can create the life I desire. There is really nothing that can hold me back. And what do you choose?
Yeah. Yeah.
Thank you, Katja.
Cool.
Yeah, so actually we will hold this 2.5 days access consciousness specialty class in many parts or many places in Europe.
This summer.
In this summer, and one of the places in Ljubljana, right?
Yes. End of June, 28th, 29th and 30th of June. We will be there.
And looking forward to all the people choosing this class. So there will be Serbian and Slovenian translation.
Yes. Yeah. What else is possible? Yeah.
And of course, it will be in English. So if you like the English, then.
Yeah. Also, we are going to Corsica as well, and to Bonn in Germany, and so many places. We will send out with the recording the dates.
All the classes, all the dates, everywhere where we go in Europe.
Yeah.
And not just Europe, but elsewhere.
What else is really possible? What would you like to create with your life? What is the change you desire to see in the world and in your life?
Oh yes, and actually there are no prerequisites for this class, because we really go and pull up tools, and we will discuss these tools in a totally different way. And there will be many basic access tools that that we have a totally different way of receiving it. Like if you could have like the depth of only this tool of what else is possible, what will you create? It's really amazing how deep you can go with only one tool when you know how to use it, when you really get the tool. What is that? When you have clarity about the tools.
Yeah.
So it's an invitation for everyone who is choosing to create something greater in their life. If you are looking to have the magic as part of your daily life.
And if you would like to play with the acoustical wavelength, how to use it in your daily life, not as a magic, but really
as part of your
life. Yeah, cool. Thank you so much. Thank you for being here. Thank you for the great questions.
Thank you for the translators.
Thank you, Aya and Margareta. Cool. And yeah, we will send out a recording with all the details, and see you soon.
And what else is possible?
Cool.
Thank you so much.
See you.
See you. Bye-bye.
Ciao.
Ciao. Bye-bye.